Hi, welcome to Traveling with John, where I bring you my travel information, tips, hacks, um, everything that I do when I travel, whether it's being what restaurants, what hotels, what resorts I visit, and I share it with you so that you can probably use this information for your next cruise, travel abroad, travel in the States. Today's video is about packing with wine and liquor and how to bring it home successfully, back from your cruise, back from your travel where you're flying home and you want to pack your alcohol so it can make it back home in one piece. So I use a soft suitcase that I've had for years, and if you have a hard shell suitcase or luggage, this will help you have a better success rate. But this is what I've been using for probably 10 plus years. So I just want to show you my suitcase so you can see what I'm working with. So this is my suitcase. It's just a regular soft suitcase. And as you can see, I have my wine here and a bottle of my Curacao liqueur that I just brought back from Curacao. So these would be the bottles that I use to pack into my suitcase, as you see here. Now, this right here is travel skin. This is what you use to place your wine bottle in, and you can buy this anywhere. Bevmo, Total Wine and More. I'm sure you can find it at a Target, Walmart. And what this does, if you see, it has like bubble wrap inside, and this is reusable. So as you can see, it has the 3M resealable tape, and what you do is you just take this protective sleeve, you take your bottle of wine, you slide it into the case, and because it's resealable, you just fold this over like this and you secure it. So if it does happen to break, the liquid will stay in its case, but I haven't had this issue yet. So this is one way, but this is new. I usually have just put the bottle of wine, into my cubie, which I will show you how I do that in just 1 second. So, what I typically use when I pack for my trips, I tend to use bag all. They're like compression bags where you can pack several, probably like the double amount of clothing that you would normally take into this bag. And then they have like a zipper that you can expand the bag, just like your suitcase. You just take it and it opens it up, and then when you fill it up, you can pull the zipper to close it up and make it flatter. So I use bag all, I use BOGO, and this is for packing when you're getting ready for your trip. It just allows you to put more clothes into a bag instead of just into your suitcase. So as you can see, I have my BOGO, and this is for when you don't have the wine protector bag and you want to bring your alcohol and have it buffered by clothing. So as you can see, usually I would put like 2 bottles in with the clothes that I've packed to bring home, and I lay it in just like that, cover it up, zip it up, and it's protected in the suitcase. So usually you could put like, this is a smaller suitcase, so you can usually put like 2 to 4 of these bags in a typical suitcase, and it's buffered. Now the bag all with the wine, as you can see, I've taken the wine and it's secure. And usually this is just for display purposes, but I would stick this wine in between the clothes, and then I would just zip it up. Let's see if I can do this, but so I zip the bag closed, so it's ready for the trip, and it looks like it's full, but I'm trying to show you this, so excuse my hand. But this is the bag once it's sealed and the wine is safely in the bag. Now this is a smaller suitcase, but as you can see, it's on top. Usually I put another layer of clothing, whether it be a sweatshirt, a shirt, something, but then I would place it into my suitcase sideways, not flat, so it has more cushion to protect the alcohol that's inside. So but as you can see, usually it's well, not usually. I've had a great success rate. I haven't had any bottles broken yet, but usually you just load your suitcase up with your other belongings. The last trip that we took to South Carolina, it was 2 large suitcases, and I had brought back 9 bottles of wine. So, and it made it successfully. Now, when you're bringing back more liquors and wines, you got to make sure you don't go overweight, because a lot of the airlines have weight limits, and it's usually 50 pounds. So whenever we travel, I tend to bring one large suitcase for the clothing that I need for the trip, whether, cruising or resorts. And then the second suitcase, I tend to leave kind of empty, so that if I happen to buy a large amount of liquor to bring back home, I won't go over in weight at the airport. So what you do is, depending on how many bottles you're bringing back, you're gonna, try to equally disperse the liquids between the 2 suitcases, so you don't go overweight, and so you don't have to be paying any fees for the extra liquor. So, like I said, if you have a, like a hard suitcase, it's even better. But I've used soft suitcases during my years of travel, and it's worked great for me. So, you can buy these, the bag all and the BOGO, on Amazon, and this makes it easier to keep all the items together that you want to pack. Oh, also another tip is I usually tend to line um, each one of my suitcases, since they're soft, with a pair of jeans or sweats to give it another buffer. However, um, you don't want to put too many pairs of jeans because that has a lot of weight, and especially if you got like other items in your suitcase, such as shoes or other articles of clothing. But this really helps me for when I'm traveling to make sure that all of the liquors that I purchase that I normally can't get at home, and the ones that I tend to buy at wineries um, in the States, I just don't want to pay shipping because we're paying a lot of money for airline tickets these days. And then to get stuff shipped to your home, it's gonna cost a lot. So depending on how much wine you got, um, you'll spend easily $100 or more in shipping on top of the wine cost that you're buying. So I tend to use the airlines to ship, and I check it in my pack bags, and it's worked great for me. But this is just a traveling tip that I wanted to give to you. I hope it helps. If you have any comments, I love reading comments. Share with me what packing tips that you use to bring home your alcohol from your cruise or your trip to vineyards across different parts of the United States and abroad. Just leave a comment. I would love to hear what you do. This is just a little bit of what I normally do over the years. And I thank you for watching the video. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. I see comments. I appreciate them. I love reading them. So, with that, I will see you next time. Have a great day. Happy traveling.